ever find yourself debating whether the film ruined the book? Not alone. We often compare page to screen, but what happens when a director intentionally veers off course? Uh, Today, we're looking at adaptations that initially baffled audiences, but have aged into brilliance. Films like Annihilation, Under the Skin, The Shining, and more. Uh, these aren't just adaptations, they're transformations. Uh, these films were labeled divisive, unfaithful, or simply too weird upon release. But look, again, their boldest choices, the very things that sparked debate, are what make them endure. Alex Garland didn't try to replicate Jeff Vandermeer's Annihilation beat for beat. Instead, he created an echo of the novel, capturing its atmosphere and building something new around it. Some viewers were confused. Where were the exact plot points? Why the changes to character backgrounds? Because Annihilation isn't a puzzle to solve, but a mood to absorb. Area X becomes a cinematic petri dish where grief and self-destruction refract into something uncanny. The shimmer doesn't just mutate flora and fauna, it mutates genre. It's a survival thriller, a body horror poem, and a thought-provoking mirror all in one. And the film's departure isn't a flaw. It's Garland's experiment working. And Jonathan Glazer's Under the Skin erases the instruction manual of Michel Faber's novel, leaving you with atmosphere and silence. Some found this minimalism empty. Where's the exposition? Why so many unanswered questions? Because explanation would kill the spell. Capital. Scarlett Johansson prowls Glasgow like an animal, a black void, luring men into her trap. The film transforms Faber's ethical inquiry into a sensory trance with sound design humming under your skin. Viewers expecting a standard sci-fi movie were often jarred, but it's a masterpiece hiding in plain sight. Stephen King famously dislikes Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, and it's understandable. It's almost nothing like the book, except that it too is about a family trapped in a snowy hotel. King's novel is about a good man losing a fair fight with an evil place. Kubrick's The Shining is about a man already halfway gone, lost in a maze. He wants to be lost in elaborate. And then Kubrick replaces Clot with spatial dread. The geometry is wrong. The Steadicam stalks. The carpet fights your eyes. Jack isn't possessed. He's revealed. Brilliant adaptations translate theme into form. The hotel's hunger becomes architecture and rhythm. The distaste some had for Kubrick's coldness is what lets the movie chew on you decades later. And Charlie Kaufman's I'm Thinking of Ending Things takes Ian Reid's unsettling novel and opens it up, creating a road movie that curdles into dream logic. And viewers wanting concrete answers often felt exasperated. Um, why the dance sequence? What about the pig? Um, the Oklahoma musical, because Kaufman understands the assignment. The solution is the style. Identity, regret, and self-mythologizing aren't footnotes. They are the editing, the casting, and the abrupt genre pivots. The movie externalizes an interior monologue without telling you it's doing it. That can feel like obfuscation, but it's the perfect way to adapt this unsettling book. And that Kenneth Branagh's 1994 Mary Shelley's Frankenstein was dismissed as overheated, too much muscle, too much romance. It didn't help that Robert De Niro's Creature arrived after a century of pop culture shorthand, where bolts and grunts replaced Shelley's eloquent outcast. Shelley's book is a storm of passion. Branagh films those emotions at body temperature. The camera whips, the score swells, and De Niro's Creature speaks with tragic intelligence. And the film reclaims Shelley's philosophical heartbreak about responsibility and the monstrousness of neglect, and refuses to play it as a quiet tragedy. And that's why it endures. John Carpenter's The Thing was panned on release as nihilistic and gross, especially with E.T. Arriving the same year. Critics called it heartless. The Carpenter delivers a paranoia-drenched body horror movie. And The Creature is a social idea as much as a biological one, a perfect imitation that weaponizes trust. And this isn't just faithful to the source material, it's an evolution of the premise into film language, with practical effects that feel wet and wrong, compositions that isolate men, and a score that dumps like a bad prognosis. The misunderstanding stemmed from mistaking bleakness for emptiness. Uh, in reality, The Thing is full of dread, craft, and questions about who we become under pressure. A lot of adaptation discourse gets stuck on faithfulness versus unfaithfulness. It's tidy, but misses the point. And faithfulness to plot is one option, but faithfulness to feeling is another type of the stages. These films choose the latter, adapting psychology, theme, and tone. That invites friction. Viewers arrive with the book in their heads, and the movie has a different heartbeat. The first watch can feel like whiplash, but the second and third watches are where these films click into place. And when these movies were dinged, it was often for the very muscles they built to do their jobs. And so take it from me, and give these misunderstood flicks another shot. Um, After all, isn't it a little ironic that the movies everyone said were wrong are the ones we're still talking about